Okay, this is the placement of engineered light. This is my hat that I have on right here. All right, this is my hand. And this is this is my hand over here as well. Okay, this is engineered light that fills my apartment. The reason why this is present is because I am subject to ceaseless group stalking and monitoring. Who is monitoring? Who is group stalking? Everybody that's around, okay? And that same police department that's group stalking and monitoring via helicopter and failing at providing any sort of legal argument or defense or protection for the people while they use helicopters engaging in the criminal elements of monitoring. And I'm referencing the corrupt law enforcement agency, the Los Angeles Police Department, who are engaging in what is the pattern of conduct, not only of federal group stalking and monitoring, but of what is obstruction of justice and intimidation, threats, the impermissible threat, while you are documenting and exposing the entity, which includes the people of the state. That's the reason why this impossible light activity is here. It is also speaking to what is terrorism. This is demonic. It's a demonic method of engaging in what is light activity, your shadow appearing on the ceiling above you. It's absolutely impossible light activity. And there is no actual natural explanation for it. I want to be clear. This is covered. This is supposed to appear on the surface like it's shade. You have what is still light appearing underneath the surface. This is impossible light. This is the pattern of touching the surface, but you have a light source that's right above my apartment. I want to be clear. The entity is maintaining the light source, which is directly above me while I still am sitting at Ramona and Hope Boulevard. This is in all manner revealing what is a state system. It's a pattern of conduct. Metro Nissan of Montclair is group stalking. They're engaged in obstruction of justice, calling right now while the entity is monitoring my documentation. But I want to be clear. You're looking at what is the ongoing P.O.C. while the light source is over my apartment, and you're looking at what is impossible light activity inside of my apartment. This is in conformity to the pattern of conduct, and it is also out of compliance, out of conformity with what is nature. And this is speaking to when you are breaking down the illusion of what you are looking at. Engineered light is always present. Always. The entity is stalking with light while they maintain presence, corporate presence in my path. And this is a sex offense. It's a molestation. It's also a sex offense because they're monitoring in the private space. All right. All of this highlighted light, this is engineered light. Impossible light. It's supposed to appear like it's shade. And that concentrated light is supposed to be sunlight. That also is impossible light activity. And you have the maintenance of the light source where the entity is keeping the sun on April 24th, 2022 over my head at Starbucks at Ramona and Hope Boulevard. The two are not happening at the same time, and this is never happening in the natural environment. Again, why is it occurring? Which is a pattern. This is the exact phenomenon that I'm documenting everywhere for a prolonged period of time. The reason why it is capturing the pattern does not make it normal. This is abnormal. This is actually impossible light activity. It's capturing the demonic. The demonic are engaged in what is a criminal system, because this is operated by the state. And those that live in relevant position, work in relevant position, come in relevant position, surround all around you are monitoring. Okay, this is relevant to what is workplace terrorism and group stalking, because I live at my job and I am on the clock right now and I'm subject to what is terrorism. This is documentation of it, and it's going to the prosecution of the people. Understand, it's already established that the state is monitoring. You're understanding who the state is monitoring and group stalking with, and they're doing it with the people. Okay, and it's entirely demonic. That the people, you're talking about what is revealing their physical condition, which is invisible. It's demon possession. You also have what is the appearance of the blinds on the ceiling, and you are looking at the light source, which is above the apartment. This is a method of surrounding with engineered light, and the entity is also the alternative to that, is speaking to the presence through closed blinds, light that's appearing on the floor. All of this is impossible light activity. It's speaking to the group stalking by the people of the state, because in the morning, the method of the engineered light is suggesting that the sun is rising right above that third-party facilitating venue, that blue house, in perfect alignment with my apartment, while all of the ground you're looking at what is engineered light that covers it's in the specific environment. None of this light would result if that was the sun over my head at what is Ramona and Hope Boulevard. That's how you're understanding what's the specific environment, what everyone is doing in relevant position, and who they are. They're group stalkers, and they are the people of the state. And this is going for a massive prosecution. And I want to be clear, federal group stalking and monitoring, which is practiced by the state, and the people of the state are not avoiding that. They're going to be prosecuted. You're talking about being prosecuted for a mass sex offense committed by a government. And that's exactly what's going on their criminal record. All right. It is currently 11:22 a.m. and this is P.O.C.